This week's Parsha is Parshas Mishpatim, and this week's video is sponsored Le'ilu Nishmas, Tzvi ben Yitzchak, and Rivka Yachet bas David. Last year, about this time, I was in Eretz Yisrael with my family, and besides for all the Mekoyim HaKadoshim that we visited, there was one thing that actually stood out that I was surprised, but I was nespoiled from, and that was the Blind Museum. Interestingly enough, it actually gave me such a renewed appreciation for my eyesight that I never felt before. And I encourage every single person to go when they go to Eretz Yisrael. The way it worked was you were led through a set of rooms that were mamish pitch black. You couldn't see a thing. There was no light, no windows, no crack in the door, nothing. It was as if you were blind. You literally couldn't see a thing. And our tour guide, he himself was blind. But he was able to see because he walked around as if he always did with his stick. And he knew the rooms by heart. He actually didn't even use his stick. And he was the one who led us around. And when we were in danger of falling over a curb or bumping into something, he warned us. And what was interesting to me was that the tour guide himself was blind, yet we were smart people. We were not blind, and yet we had to follow him. Brings us to this week's Parsha, where the Pasuk says, V'shoichad lo sikach, do not take bribery, ki ha-shoichad ye'aver pikchim v'salev divrei tzadikim. Bribery blinds those who could see and distorts the words of tzaddikim. The question is, why is bribery compared to blindness? Maybe say that he clouds the judge's judgment or that it impedes his ability to judge properly. Why is he as if he's blind? So I think the answer is that a blind person, it's not that just they can't see. They see one thing. They see blackness. They could only see one way. So the same thing with the judge who is presiding over a case of a monetary dispute between two litigants. This one says, I'm right, this one says, I'm right. So if Reuven has a dispute against Shimon and he bribes the judge, he puts some money in his pocket, now the judge is only going to think that one way. His focus will be narrowed solely towards Reuven. Shimon will not even be a factor because Reuven paid him off. That's why it's called blindness, because you could only see one thing, blackness. So too, you could only see Reuven. Metaphorically speaking, we live in a generation where society has come to a point where the leaders of our generation, the tour guides, the people who are leading us, are blind. They can't see. And yet we're the smart ones. We could use our own das, our own intellect to make our own judgments. But yet we follow these people blindly. Just look at our president. Look at so many other people that we classify as leaders, Hollywood actors, sports stars, movie actors. So many people believe these people to be fashion idols or anything like that, and they follow them. How could we do this? Think about it. The Super Bowl is this coming week. If I told you, or I told many people, that I could get you a plane ticket to the Super Bowl and you could get a 5-minute meeting with Patrick Mahomes, the star quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs playing next week, and get a picture with him, or I could get you a plane ticket to Philadelphia and meet with Reb Shmuel Kamenetsky Shlita of Philadelphia Yeshiva and get a picture with him, what would most people choose? It's sad to say that a lot of people would choose the former. And that's what's sad. We're following people who are blind. I'm not saying don't go to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying don't watch the Super Bowl. I'm saying don't idolize these people that are not worthy to be idolized. Follow the Gedolim. Follow our eyes. Use our appreciation of our eyesight and our intellect to follow the Gedolim, and we zeich in that zchus to open our eyes to see Mashiach Tzidkenu b'mher v'yameinu amen. Have a beautiful Shabbos.